Hey everyone, what's happening? I'm Adam, this is Go To Outdoors, and I would love to welcome you back to another one. Today, I'm going to be going over 5 great gift ideas for a thru hiker, backpacker, or just a fan of the outdoors that you happen to know. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so it is the early season right now. It's early February. If you're like me, or you know somebody who's like me that's planning a long distance hike, or even just planning some adventures in the outdoors, it never hurts to have a couple gear items on hand, and if you can pick some up for them, save them a couple bucks, because you know it's going to be expensive when they go on their hike or adventure, hey, why not take a look at a couple things here? Now, if there's one thing you can't have too much of if you're out in the backcountry, that's going to be spare power, whether it's for your cell phone, your camera, a GPS unit, or even a headlamp or anything else that might charge off of a USB cable or micro USB. A great thing to have on hand is actually one of these right here. This is the Anker PowerCore Metro Slim 10,000 PD. Now what I like about this is it's very lightweight for what it is. It's 7.5 ounces for 10,000 milliamps of power. That's enough to charge your phone several times. It's enough to keep a couple units, charged up if you're going out for a weekend, long weekend, or even a week if you're sparing with it. And the thing I like the most about this one is, unlike some of the other ones, it does come with a USB 3 and a USB-C port that you can actually charge the power bank and charge units out of both. There's some where the USB-C you can only have as an input, and you can only charge out of an output on one of those. So this one's kind of handy. You can actually charge 2 items at once off of this one power bank. So say you had to do your cell phone and, for myself, a headlamp could do things really well. The whole unit charges up to full power in only about 4.5 hours through the USB-C input. And it can charge a cell phone super quick. I was able to get a smart charge on my iPhone 12 in a little over an hour, from 20% all the way back up to 100. So awesome little device. Lightweight. It actually comes with a little mesh bag, I'm all stuck to it, that if you want to keep a spare charge cable or something just right in here tucked in with it, it's a great idea to have on hand. Can't complain. Right now on Amazon, these are currently going for $49.95. I've seen them dip a little bit lower, and actually sometimes you might actually be able to see the 20,000 milliamp version of this one dip down below that $50 mark as well. Doesn't happen too often, but it can't hurt to check. The second item on this list is something I have with me all the time when I'm out in the woods, whether I'm hunting, fishing, or just going out for a walk in the woods. That's going to be my MSR Pocket Rocket stove. Now, this is just your standard isobutane canister stove. You just screw it onto the top of one of those. It's very lightweight at 2.6 ounces when you don't count the red plastic case it comes in, which you don't need anyway. It folds up super compact, and it actually boils water super quick. I have another video where actually, right here, I'm going to link that, where I compared this to another stove, and when it was super cold out and super nasty, I was still able to boil a good cup of water, make coffee, in a little bit less than 3 minutes. So something that small, lightweight. I actually toss this into the mug that I use to do my cooking, and it holds pretty well. So right now these are also going for $49.95 on Amazon. I have seen these on sale recently for $44.95. So again, keep an eye out. You might save yourself a couple dollars because it is early season, and hey, this is something I use all year long. So if you want to pick one up, I can't say really anything bad about this one. Now, if there's one thing I've learned over my trials and tribulations outside, it's never a bad thing to have a backup plan. Gear's going to fail. Sometimes you need to have a spare something laying around. And for me, that actually happens to be this right here. Now, what is this, you might ask? This is the RovyVon Aurora A8X LED flashlight. It weighs 0.55 ounces, super lightweight. It's about the size of a AA battery, and this is actually something I carry with me every day, regardless of whether or not I'm outside doing something. This is just kind of an everyday carry kind of pocket flashlight I keep with me, because you never know when you're going to need something like this. Now, what do I like about this item? Well, first off, it charges via micro USB, which so does my headlamp that I use when I'm doing some camping or backpacking. So I always have one of those plugs handy if I'm charging off of that power bank with me. The other thing is, there are 10 different modes on this little bad boy. It has, your standard start, several different brightness modes, even a super dim one. Hold it to shut it off. And that's 2 presses. One thing I like about this being a pocket, item is it's very difficult to accidentally turn this on. You can push it once, just once, and you'll see nothing happens. You actually have to push it twice to get that turned on. Now, you just hold the button again to shut it off, but every single function on this is operated via that one little button. Now, let's go ahead and turn this around so you can see a couple other features. You push it 3 times, you get yourself a black light. Push it one more, switches to a red reading light at night, and then each one of the next 2 options gets you a flasher, even a faster emergency flasher. Emergency for my tongue, I can't talk right now. And if you push it 4 times, it gets you kind of a little lantern mode with 2 different brightness settings. And if you really want to just blind someone or yourself accidentally, like most people do when they first pick this up, just go ahead and hold that button and it gets a full 650 lumens. That's super bright if you need to see something farther off, or it might actually work as almost in a self-defense situation, just kind of a way to blind somebody and get away. Don't do that, don't quote me on that. It's just something, to help you in a situation that you might need. So right now these are going for $46.95 on Amazon. I have seen these go on sale for under $35, but like everything else these days, it's kind of hard to know exactly what's going to cost what. But as of this filming, $46.95 has a great item that you can keep on hand, even just as a spare flashlight. I mean, I carry this, like I said, as a backup to my headlamp when I'm out in the woods. Sometimes I just grab this if I'm gonna hop in the woods and go use it, use a privy or something. It's better than trying to root around and find a headlamp in the dark, and there you go. So that's that. Now, if there's another thing you really want to have on hand when you're in the backcountry, it's going to be a quick and easy way to actually filter your water, or purify your water. You might come across something where you need to have some extra water on hand, and water sources out there can be super sketchy. So what I always have with me is actually one of these right here. This is a Sawyer squeeze. I've tried out the Sawyer Mini, I've tried out the Sawyer Micro. Those are a little pile of hot garbage. They don't flow very well, they're cantankerous. This is the tried and true best thing I've actually used to filter water in the backcountry. Now, by itself, it weighs 2.5 ounces on my scale. It's about as light as you're going to get for something that's this effective at filtering your water. Now, what I like about this is it kind of has an indefinite life. It comes with a syringe that you actually use to backwash it. So if it, use it for a while and the flow rate goes down, it comes with this little syringe, which if you're carrying this syringe with it, this weighs about 1 ounce. So you got 3.5 ounces total of water filtration weight that you're going to be carrying in your bag. It's very efficient. I love it because, well, it attaches to a smart water bottle or any standard threaded bottle. The only thing that I've had an issue with is, unfortunately, I had one of them that I let freeze. You can't do that. If you let one of these freeze, they're no longer trustworthy, no longer safe to filter through. So what I would do is carry a Ziploc or 2. If you're going to be camping in close to freezing or sub-freezing temperatures, throw it in a Ziploc, keep it tucked in your sleeping bag with you. You're not going to have a problem that way of having it freeze and losing your most precious resource out there. What I like most about this one is it's kind of a grab-and-go kind of situation. It does come in a kit, and inside of that kit comes that backwash syringe that you're going to need to clean this thing. It also comes with a couple of these bags right here and the caps that are just not on the bags, which if you want to grab extra water and store them, this just threads right on and you're good to go. Now I will say I'm not the biggest fan of these bags. If you're just going out for a weekend or you're doing some light duty backpacking where you're not going to have to filter over the long haul, yeah, these are great. They're lightweight, they're collapsible. You can just chuck them right in the bag that comes with it. It comes with a little mesh bag. I typically either just put this right onto a smart water bottle and squeeze filter through that, or I throw it onto a Knockout Doors bag, a 2-liter Knock Vecto bag that I just scoop up, filter out. It's good to go. That way I can keep both of the smart water bottles that I have on my pack, on my pouches, clean, just clean water. I won't have to worry about, okay, which one did I scoop, which one did I filter out of? No. Either way, that's a story for another time, because bad things can happen if you don't have fresh water, and we'll get into that in another video. But super easy, super quick to have on hand, very lightweight, Great way to keep your water filtered in case you need it in the backcountry. Now the last item on this list today is definitely what I would list as a luxury item. It's not a necessity, but it was darn handy to have on hand when I was hiking last year on the Appalachian Trail. That is my 6 Moon Designs Silver Shadow Carbon Ultralight Umbrella. Why would I carry an umbrella? Why would you want an umbrella in the outdoors? Couple reasons. One, if you get caught in a quick downpour and you have this tucked down in your pack, it's really quick to get out, really quick to deploy. And yeah, it's great. Now, what do I like about this particular umbrella? Well, it's fairly sizable. As you can see, it's big enough to cover me more than adequately. Even if I have a pack on, I can actually just shove it down the side of the pack and have this cover in front of me, keep both hands free. Now I will say, this is the one item that I carried with me that I caught more crap for from other hikers that just didn't understand. It's something I even carry when I'm, have it in my backpack if I'm going hunting or fishing, because who wants to get caught in a downpour? Or if you're out somewhere that doesn't have any shade, guess what this gets you? Gets you instant portable shade. I was able to spend extra time on summits. I was able to do some walking around at night in rainy days. And to be honest, I kind of became everybody's hero when I was staying at shelters and it was rainy and people needed to go to the privy. I let everybody use this and I became a real hero. So something just really easy to carry along, very durable. Again, this is carbon fiber. This is the ultra lightweight version at 6.8 ounces. This is the best 6.8 ounces that I could ever recommend as a luxury item, whether you're just going to keep it in your vehicle, throw it on your pack, or use it as a primary means of staying dry on a through hike. It's a great item to have on hand. And the best part is it's fairly inexpensive. For the carbon fiber version, it's only $45 on Amazon. For the fiberglass version, which again, this weighs 6.8 ounces, the fiberglass version weighs 8.9, that's $35. I'm going to have both of those actually linked down below. It's something you might not have thought about, but it's something I guarantee you're going to want to have on hand, and it makes an awesome gift for the thru hiker that's looking for gear that they might not have thought about. So that's my list of 5 great gift ideas for the backpacker, thru hiker, or outdoors enthusiast in your life. If you got any value out of this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. But that's about all I got for you today. Like I always say, thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to smile today, and I'll catch you in the next one.